welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give. He's in open space downfield. Got the first down and more. Flying out to the left. The 20. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Noles in the hurry up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Quick completion to the right. They'll get it to the 48, though. Need to measure it to first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
They'll ride Davis here. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Dances away to buy time. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. The Seminoles need to pick it up on 4th down. Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
And the Seminoles need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. That's caught. It's Davis. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires on the move. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
They'll get this drive started from the 29. Running back searching for a hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Catch in the middle. It's Kent. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. Hit as he throws. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
This quarterback, part of their running game. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Got enough space. Touchdown, Sooners. Great job by the back on the option.
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run in the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
and the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Steps away. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Sometimes a quarterback just needs to turn the ball loose. It was like he tried to guide that one in, and it disrupted the timing.
Yeah, and just like in basketball, when you shoot a shot and you start trying to aim it, you really, really miss. You know, quarterbacks, they got to quickly be able to recognize, do I need to fire it? Do I need to put a little air underneath it? And it's just a tough thing for a quarterback to be able to do, but over time, you see they have less and less mishaps like that.
They're facing a third down. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Got the first down and more. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to Davis. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That really good play by this defense. Seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
They'll try it over the left side. Powers through the defender. Sports across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
The Noles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They'll run the screen. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Makes the grab, it's Thomas. He breaks a tackle. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. And that will extend their lead even further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Seminoles want to move quickly.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The offense changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Berry. He's got an open man. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains instead of 22. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Second down, they'll go to the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's looking to pass. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Dances away. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. From the gun, wants to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Grab near the sticks. It's Thomas. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though.
Oh, he's got some space. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Looking downfield, and time is running short. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Throws to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tatum. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And how many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Tatum. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Oh, they're after him. He's got it still on his feet.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. The screen, he's got wheels. Into the end zone. Touchdown Sooner.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Berry. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. They're looking to throw on second and short. Grab near the marker, it's Robinson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. And he left that one short. Tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Wants to go up top. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job.
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown Seminoles! A great catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And I think this coach felt they needed something, right? You just scored, you created some momentum, you're still losing. Kick the onside kick, got aggressive, gets rewarded. Nice job by the onside kick team.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not... way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that, dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Glenn. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to find his man in the middle. And he's got it inside the 25. And the Noles will hustle to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time,
he can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Time to take a shot. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Looking for more room. Powers through.
And that's the problem when you're living in 2nd and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
To the air, it's Glenn. He'll throw it. Touchdown, no! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Here's the give off the left side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A-pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time. It's caught. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the 3rd quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have.
Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the stomping has commenced.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
38, Florida State, 13.
No reason to risk trying to field that one. As it skips through the end zone, it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the 1st half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the 2nd half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
When the quarterback leaves the pocket, I have to know that. You could tell the defense did. They did a great job skewing towards him, moving towards where he's scrambling. Now I can be in the passing lanes. Great job by the defense understanding.
Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Glenn. A strike downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just keep swinging it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Buys a little time with his feet. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Off play action. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Ball is at the 41 as his defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. With the catch, it's Thomas. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. On the run, it's Robinson. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings they're
Hey, man, I'm just playing the game.
Executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Leaves it with the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You've got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Glenn. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Rolling right and going deep. Makes a grab deep. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Tired,
Plenty of
coach.
distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. The short hands. It's Webster. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. Caught in the backfield. It's Webster. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Noles are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field, and we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And they can't make the connection on